Hi everybody, welcome back to State Saturdays. My name is Alex and I am from the small but mighty great state of Vermont. Vermont is located in the northeastern United States in an area called New England. It borders New Hampshire, Massachusetts, New York, and to the north is the Canadian border. Vermonters are a small but very proud group of people. There are only about 620,000 residents of Vermont. We are the second least populated state in the country. And for reference for you, more people actually live in the city of Erbil than live in the entire state of Vermont. So it is a small state. My hometown has about 7,000 people in it. I'm from a town called Shelburne, Vermont. It is south of Burlington, our largest city, and along the shores of Lake Champlain. Some of the things Vermont is known for are, well, mostly for our beautiful seasons. We have very, very different spring, summer, fall, and winter seasons. So this is, an example of what summer would look like in Vermont. It's very green. Vermont is 75% covered in forest. And like I said, we have lots of lakes and lots of fresh water, lots of rivers, and we have lots of mountains. This is what Vermont looks like in the fall. And we're actually famous too for our red covered bridges. And so if you ever go to Vermont, and you find some of these bridges, they're very special, they're very historical. A lot of them are hundreds of years old. So they're a cool thing to see when you go to Vermont. Here's another fall photo. So what makes fall so special in Vermont, and it's actually a huge tourist attraction, is that the trees all change colors. So they turn red and orange and yellow, and hundreds of thousands and millions of people come every year just to look at our trees. I mean, it's pretty beautiful, right? But winter is long. So in winter, Vermont is basically covered in snow the whole time. You can see that these trees are iced over and there's snow. We've got lots of skiing, so there's some ski hills down here. And it is cold. It is much colder than it gets here in Baghdad. All right, and another winter photo to show off our skiing. So this is what a ski hill would look like. My home ski mountain is here. And you ride up in these red gondolas to the top of the mountain, and then you ski all the way down. It's a lot of fun. In the summer, we also have lots of water sports activities and hiking. So it's a really popular place for people who like the outdoors. Vermont is also famous for having a lot of cows. Some people say that, in the recent past, there were more cows than people. I cannot verify that, but that's something that we say to just show how many cows there are in the state. Because of all the cows, we're also famous for our cheese. Vermont cheese is very, very well known. But we are also very well known for Ben & Jerry's. You may or may not have heard of Ben & Jerry's, but it is some of the most delicious ice cream. And the Ben & Jerry's World Factory is actually near my hometown. So sometimes we go and we try all the flavors, and it's a lot of fun. All right, so for the next thing I want to do is just run through some fast facts about Vermont. Just on the off chance that you're ever talking to somebody about how awesome Vermont is, just remember some of these fun facts so that you can let them know. Vermont was actually its own country for 14 years before it joined the United States. So it was an independent country and then decided, okay, we will join the 13 original colonies, and it became the 14th state. Our capital has only 9,000 people in it, so it's very small. It is also the only state capital without a McDonald's. Vermont is also the birthplace of 2 presidents, and because of its proximity to Canada, we have a lot of French and Quebecois influence in the Vermont culture. And even though the state is landlocked, because we're next to Lake Champlain, the very big lake I mentioned earlier, there's actually big islands on the lake with towns on them, and people don't tend to think of Vermont as having islands because it's so far north and it's not on the ocean. But our islands are really big, and it's a really interesting attraction to go see. So if you ever go to Vermont, make sure you check out the islands on Lake Champlain. So Vermont is also famous for its maple syrup. It comes from maple trees. This bottle is actually a maple leaf with maple syrup in it. We eat maple syrup on pancakes as a breakfast food, and then you can also use maple syrup to flavor other things that you cook. So maple syrup is similar to gammer, in the way that you eat it, and you put it on bread, and it tastes really good. So thank you for watching, and let us know in the comments where your favorite place to get gamma is. Thank you. Oh, I almost forgot my hat, guys. Vermont State Pride, go Catamounts.